Hey folks, Nate Roberts here. Let's talk about Idaho's budget situation. In this four-part series, I'd like to discuss this crisis in the terms of a family budget. Then we'll talk about how the legislature's budget cuts have affected education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Let's start with an average Idaho family budget. Mom and Dad have a steady income, not a lot, but solid, dependable, the kind of income you can plan around. That's where Idaho was. We had a consistent revenue coming in from taxes, growth, and a healthy economy. Now, a few years back, this family had a really good year or two. Maybe they got a bonus, picked up some overtime, money was flowing in better than expected. Their bank account looks good. But instead of treating that like a one-time bump, they started making long-term decisions based on that. They think, hey, everything's going so well, I'd like to spend more time at home. So Dad cuts back on the overtime, Mom starts working from home or closer to home for a little less pay. Sounds good. Sure, it's less money, but look at how we're doing. Our account looks good. They cut their income on purpose. Hey, we've got extra cash right now, so let's permanently reduce how much we bring in every month. That's essentially what's happened here in Idaho. The legislature looked at our accounts and said, let's introduce some large tax cuts and reduce our state revenue. So this family's responsibilities didn't go away. The mortgage is still there. The kids still need shoes, school supplies, health care. In Idaho's case, that's roads, schools, emergency services, water systems, the basic things that people rely on every day. Now fast forward. Those good years, they've passed. The extra income is gone. Daily needs costs are more. But the family is still bringing in less money each month because of the earlier decision to reduce income. And suddenly, they're sitting at the table going, wait, why does this budget feel tight? And what happened to the account? So what do? They start cutting back. The roof they've already delayed fixing, it will wait a little longer. That high mileage car that needs work done and maybe a new set of tires to keep it safe, it's still running. We'll deal with that later. And we'll buy some used tires. We'll let go of the daycare. The kids can go over to Grandma's house for a while. Oh, and we have to cut back on helping Grandma pay for her doctor's bills. In government terms, that can look like underfunding school maintenance, postponing investments in our infrastructure, letting state employees go, cutting Medicaid and food assistance programs. But here's the key point. This isn't a crisis caused by something outside the family. It's not like someone lost a job unexpectedly. It's not a medical emergency that wiped them out. This is self-inflicted. They made a series of choices. Reduce income long-term, assume those good times would last, and keep obligations the same. Now they're dealing with those consequences of those decisions. So the real question isn't how this happened. We know that. It's what do we do now? Do we keep pretending everything's fine and cut back on taking care of the important items? Or do we sit down honestly and say, we need a plan that matches what we've committed to how much we put in the bank every month? Because at the end of the day, whether it's a household or a state, math doesn't lie. And responsible economic leadership means facing that math head on, even when it's uncomfortable. That's why I'm running for the Idaho State Legislature, because I know what it's like to be a working person in a budget crisis. I also know Idaho's working families deserve better.